Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we untangle the confusing world of corporate filings, and today we might just find a royal mess or a hidden treasure. This is the RoyaLand Co Ltd, an annual report that tells a tale of ambition, royal aspirations, and a game that aims to bring a touch of monarchy to our screens. But does the reality match the royal decree, or are we looking at a kingdom built on sand? Let's dive straight into the heart of it, the company's financial performance for the year ending the 30th of June 2025. RoyaLand reported a net loss of a staggering $774,000. That is down from a loss of over $1 million the previous year. Now, this isn't unusual for a company in the development phase, but it signals a long road ahead before any profits roll in. Looking at cash flow, the picture is similar. They used over $577,000 in operating activities in 2025, and even more, $825,000 in 2024. This means the company is burning through cash just to keep its operations running, even before generating any real revenue. Where is that cash coming from then? Mostly from selling shares. In 2025, they brought in over $452,000 from selling Class B common shares, and in 2024, it was a much larger sum, over $951,000. This reliance on share sales is a common strategy for early stage companies, but it means investors are funding the development, not the profits. And the accumulated deficit tells a story too. As of the 30th of June 2025, it was nearly $2.9 million. This is the total of all the losses the company has incurred since it started. It definitely highlights the going concern warning from their auditor. That auditor's statement is a big red flag. It literally means they have serious doubts about whether the company can stay in business for much longer without new funding or drastically changing its financial situation. They have very little cash on hand, which makes this even more concerning. Now, what is this company actually trying to do? They are building a massively multiplayer online role-playing game called RoyaLand and an entire online and offline experience around it called My Royal World. The big selling point, it is all based around royalty founded by Emanuele Filiberto de Savoia, a descendant of the last Italian king and supported by various royal families from around the world. They want to create a unique, immersive game where players can take on roles from prisoners to royalty. They are investing in this vision, spending over $277,000 on product research and development in 2025, although that is down from over $413,000 in 2024. This spending is primarily going towards their agreement with Neosperience SPA. To develop the game, they have completed a playable version of the game, which is a good step, but it's still a long way from being released. But with great ambition comes great risk. And this filing is packed with them, especially when it comes to their business and industry. They acknowledge having made very little progress in developing their game since a previous fiscal year, which is concerning. They also face intense competition in the gaming industry from giants like Minecraft and World of Warcraft. And they admit that their success hinges on user interest and their competitors' products. A very interesting point is their share structure. They have two classes of shares, Class A and Class B. The holders of Class A shares, primarily Emanuele Filiberto di Savoia, hold a massive amount of voting power. With 20 votes per Class A share, they essentially control the company, which means minority shareholders have very little say in how things are run. This concentration of power can limit your ability to influence corporate matters and might even affect how their shares trade. Speaking of trading, their Class B shares are on the OTCQB, but there has been very little activity. This lack of a strong trading market means it might be hard for investors to sell their shares, and it could really hurt the share price. One of the biggest risks is their game itself. Will it be popular? Will players engage with it? They are betting heavily on the appeal of royalty in history, but that's a niche market, and there is no guarantee it will translate into a successful game. They are also planning an augmented reality companion app, hoping to capture interest in cultural tourism and gamification. But that's another gamble in an already risky venture. So, what is the verdict? The RoyaLand Co Ltd is an ambitious venture aiming to tap into passion for royalty and the booming gaming market. They have a unique concept and the backing of some interesting names. However, the significant financial losses, the auditor's going concern warning, and the reliance on future funding paint a precarious picture. The dual-class share structure also raises concerns about shareholder influence and market liquidity for their Class B shares. In my opinion, this is a very high-risk, speculative investment. The vision is grand, but the execution and financial realities are a long way from royal splendor. They need to show significant progress in game development and revenue generation to overcome the current challenges. What are your thoughts on the RoyaLand Co Ltd and their royal gaming ambitions? Do you think they can pull it off, or is this a quest doomed from the start? Let us know in the comments below if you found this deep dive into their filing useful. Please hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate breakdowns. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for more discussions and insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Corporate Decoder.